Sakafet YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Let's cook with me from start to finish. Hello my darlings, it's so nice to have you back here in my kitchen for yet another amazing recipe. We're jumping straight into it, but first we need to make a green seasoning. Okay, so over here I've got all my ingredients, and then I'm going to use my trusty food processor from Ninja to blend everything up. Once everything is nicely blended, I'm going to set it to one side, and then we're going to start working on seasoning our lamb. Green seasoning is all ready. Over here I've got my lamb. This is about 1 kilo of burnt in lamb steaks, and I went ahead and I just added a little bit of oil to it, followed by some salt. And then I'm also going to add in some paprika. I'm going to add in some black pepper as well, followed by some all-purpose seasoning. Gonna go ahead and just add in some more of the mixed herbs, and then we're going to add in some curry powder. Make sure to check the down below for all of what I used. Okay, we're also going to add in some of that freshly blended green seasoning as well, and then we're going to go ahead and give that a really good mix. Once everything is mixed in, set it to one side. You can let it marinate overnight for best results, but if you don't have lots of time, half an hour to an hour will do. As you can see, my lamb is beautifully seasoned. So over here, I've got my beautiful pot that I got from Asda. I know you guys always ask me about it. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of oil, followed by some brown sugar, and just leave that on like a low to medium heat so that it can caramelize beautifully. And over here, I've got my leftover green seasoning. I just added it to this jam jar. I love to repurpose my jars. And as you can see, the sugar is starting to caramelize beautifully. I'm going to stir it up before going in and adding my seasoned lamb. And then you just want to cover it up. Don't stir it or anything as yet. Just add it in so that beautiful color can stick onto the lamb. As you guys have seen, I did go ahead and just stir it up continuously. The reason is I wanted all the liquid in there to dry out, but you also want the color to coat on all the lamb pieces before you add in any liquids and stuff. And I actually stopped making my stews with ketchup. I actually prefer tomato puree now. So I'm just gonna add about a teaspoon or two of the tomato puree in there like this. And then you wanna just go ahead and mix that in well, okay? I find it gives it such a deeper and richer flavor. You can definitely try it and tell me what you think. And then over here, I added in some water to the bowl that the lamb was seasoned in. I also rinsed out my food processor as well, so every little bit of seasoning that was left, it actually went in my pot. I added my water, my thyme, scotch bonnet pepper, and then I'm just gonna cover it up and let it cook on low for about an hour. This lamb was quite fresh, so it cooks so quickly. Because I'm gonna be pairing this lamb with some hard food, got my beautiful piece of yam, I've got some green bananas, then I've also got some plantain. So it's not a lot of food, but the thing is it still has a decent amount, which I'm very happy with. Okay, so as you can see for my yam, I'm gonna go ahead and just take a piece of the yam. And I also find that a little tip to preserve your yam, you can just add some cinnamon powder on the top. Okay, this is what is on the top of the other piece that I had, so just add some cinnamon powder and then you just want to rub it on, and it preserves the yam really well. I actually love using this method. I actually don't store it in the fridge, I just store it in the cupboard in a dark place, and it just lasts so well. Because honestly, in the UK, when we buy these yams and plantain and stuff, it costs an arm and a leg, so you don't want to make it waste. Okay, so once everything is fully coated in the cinnamon powder, you can add more or as much as you want really, and then you just store it away. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just prep all of my provisions, my yam, my plantain, everything, and then just add it to a pot. Okay. Once everything has been added to the pot, I did give it a good rinse under some cold running water. Added a little drop of oil followed by some salt and my water, of course. I'm going to cover it up and I'm going to let that boil for about 20 minutes until everything is cooked. And then for my veg today, I'm actually just going to have a bit of squash and a bell pepper that I found in the fridge, a small piece of each, and then you can just go ahead and just prep it. Because this is pretty self-explanatory, I'll just let you watch what I'm doing. So now that everything is prepped, I like to just give my veg a good rinse with some vinegar and some cold water. I just love washing my veg and my stuff with vinegar, just some plain white vinegar, just very simple. And then just rinse it off under some cold water. And then I just like to season with a little bit of mixed herbs and some all-purpose seasoning, and then just some butter to steam. No water or anything, just the butter and steam. We're gonna steam that down for about 5 to 10 minutes. I love Spice Jamaica, you guys know that already. Yes, my darlings, add the butter on top, pop the lid on, and then you want to put that to steam for about 5 to 10 minutes. So this is how everything is looking now that it's all prepped. I did put some foil under the lid of my lamb so that way it can steam quicker. The foil is just a nice way to just steam the meat so that it cooks quick as well. So I've also got my ground provisions boiling away, looking absolutely beautiful. And then I've got my veg. And listen, this didn't take long to cook at all. The lamb took about just over an hour because the lamb was actually fresh. So I find that it cooks so much quicker. Let everything cook, and then once it's all done, I'll come back and show you how. So it's been about an hour 15 minutes total, and everything is fully cooked. As you guys know, I did put the lamb to cook first, so the lamb will obviously take longest to cook, and then I add the veg and everything else to cook closer to the finish time for the lamb. And then I just went ahead and just removed the scotch bonnet pepper and the thyme because it's already served its purpose, and then you can just stir that up. Just gonna garnish with some fresh parsley. And yes, my darlings, this is it all done. The lamb is so tender and delicious. The veg came out beautiful, the ground provisions, everything just came out so good. I'm gonna go ahead and plate it up to show you how amazing it's all looking. This was my hubby's plate, and oh my goodness, he told me it reminded him of just how his granny used to make it. Just some provisions and some stewed meat, absolute heaven. I really hope you enjoyed this Let's Cook with me. Let me know if there's any combinations you'd love me to try, and I can't wait to see you in my next one.